Welcome to Whitney Alex Works recap of the Bachelor 2025 special episode, The Women Tell All, where the women who were sent home get a chance to set the record straight on all the drama that occurred over Grant's season. Let's get started. We begin this episode with host Jesse Palmer welcoming us to the studio, where a variety of Grant's ex-girlfriends have shown up to hopefully set wrongs right and maybe pitch a spot on the upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise airing later this year. This episode might seem skippable, but if you've watched the whole season so far, it's worth getting some closure on some of the contestants. But with so much drama this season and unanswered questions about where Grant's heart truly lied, especially with Grant picking Zoe for not only hometown dates but fantasy suites, Zoe didn't get a one-on-one date this season, which is pretty unheard of, but Zoe was picked over the other women who seemed to be getting closer to Grant and who got that extra time with Grant. So the first topic is in fact Zoe, who isn't there because she is still in the running to win Grant's heart, but the women still speak about how Zoe was definitely a problem in the beginning of the show. For example, when she pulled Grant aside on the first group date and apparently took an hour out of the day with pretty limited time, making her an early target for comments and criticisms about her. But because Zoe is still in the running, she gets a pass on the drama for now, as the women don't want to speak too badly of Zoe when she's not there to respond. Next is addressing the drama surrounding Carolina as a contestant. The women have plenty to say about Carolina as a housemate this season and how she came across as extremely negative and cold around the other women and complaining about the process of the show and the logistics of getting engaged after so little time together. But this outspokenness caused the women to resent her for speaking negatively all the time and also her causing drama as well as taking away time from a lot of the women this season. But this outspokenness caused the women to resent her for speaking negatively all the time and also causing drama as well as taking away time from a lot of the women this season. And Dina, the attorney who was looking like Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, tells Carolina that she regrets defending her on the show and feels like she got duped by Carolina. It's worth noting that Carolina has played into the villainous image as she even showcases her crazy and evil light blue jacket, reminiscing her quote to Dina during their argument in Scotland. So in short, time has not healed any wounds with the women, and it seems like the women of this season are still upset about Carolina as a contestant, and even Rose, who called Carolina out about drama during the Airbnb date, is still upset about how Carolina betrayed her trust. But as the Women Tell All episode continues, it's time for the spotlight on the couch sessions to highlight some of the women on this season. First invited on the couch is Alex, who received not only the first impression rose from Grant, but went on the first single date this season. However, her journey started to fade as other relationships eventually began to outpace her relationship with Grant, and she eventually got sent home before hometowns. And in good fun, at the end of her couch session, she reunites with her night one friend, Linda the Llama, as they make another appearance together and then they promptly exit stage left. Next invited on the couch is Serafina, who was also close to a hometown date. Her session reflects on her time on the show and how close she was for falling for Grant, but she too was sent home before a hometown date, which left her feeling blindsided. Serafina says she knows she was a slow burn, but thought it could have worked out with Grant, but she is hopeful about a future romance and could be casted on the next season of Bachelor in Paradise as well. Third on the couch was Dina. She reflects on her time on the show and is still upset about what happened with her family on hometown dates. She says she believes that she was sent home because her family refused to show up on a reality TV show to support the process, so she is wanting to have that closure with Grant she believes she didn't get. The last contestant on the couch goes to Carolina, and right away it's more arguing and bickering with a variety of the women, as first it's a rehash of drama with Rose and then a rehash with the drama with Dina, and Carolina believes that Grant has to answer for the allotment of drama this season, as she argues that he too was in the middle of it. So without further ado, Grant does come out and greets the women after sending them home on the show, and for starters, everything is cordial with him and the women, with most of the women trying to be positive about their experience on the show, except when it comes to Dina, who gets upset about what happened during hometowns, but Grant tries to console her, saying it wasn't wasn't because of her family not showing up, but for other reasons. They do, however, come to an understanding, but Carolina also questions Grant about why she was sent home, as she was close to a hometown date as well. But it seems Carolina's isolating behavior on the show really did lead to her eventual exit, as Grant became more and more frustrated with trying to console her insecurities about the process of the show. As the episode comes to a close, it's showcased with a Snow White themed mirror moment of the footage of what Grant really told Rose on the Airbnb date that caused so much drama early in the season. Grant apologizes to Rose about the misunderstanding, and it seems like that's what they all want to call it now, a big misunderstanding. But honestly, it looked like Grant was emotionally drained, and he didn't look too thrilled to be having to rehash some of this drama that occurred on his season. We also got a preview for the next episode, the next step in the show, which is the Fantasy Suites dates, and eventually the upcoming finale, where it's teased that Grant is severely torn between his final two women. And that's it for the Women Tell All episode of Grant Ellis' season of The Bachelor. Thank you for watching Whitney Alex Works' recap of The Bachelor season 29. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe here for more videos in the future. See you soon for the next episode.